Hi, how are you today? This is Auntie Nat's Crochet. Glad you choose this tutorial video. Allow me to teach you how to play with yarn. I have hundreds of more videos, so do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is at this corner over here. It'll mean a lot to me. And today I'm gonna make hibiscus. It's a miniature hibiscus with the leaves. So this is a smaller version. It's very tiny, and I didn't use wire. I just want it to be like this. If you want, you can add wire to kind of firm it up, but I think you don't need to. It's so small. So I'm using lace yarn. These are lace yarn. So I'm using these 3-color lace yarn: yellow, pink, you can use any other color, and green for the leaves. And I'll be using a 2.5 mm hook for this lace yarn. Okay, now let the fun begin. Okay, we're gonna start with the green part first. We're gonna make a magic circle. So inside this magic circle, I'm going to do 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 single crochet. And I'm going to go to that first stitch. If you can't see where's the first stitch, you can count back the V shaped here. Count back this V shaped here, and you will find your first stitch. I'm gonna do single crochet in each stitch. I started with 5, so now I do another single crochet all around, another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the last one here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This last stitch here, instead of yarn over with the green, I remove that and I'm going to yarn over with the color of the flower, depending what's the color of your flower. And I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to curl it 4 times around my hook. I'm gonna make a treble crochet in that same stitch and this same stitch. So you're gonna yarn over 2, yarn over 2, yarn over 2. And do that 4 times. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to see. I just make sure 1 2 3 4 5. I make sure there'll be 5 petals like this. This is the one without the back and the core, so the middle part here will sink in. So this middle part is kind of sink in. So this treble crochet, I'm going to do 2 more. So you have 4 treble crochet into the same stitch. Go back to that same stitch. I'm bringing this yarn along a bit before I cut it. And again, 1 more. Then I'm going to chain 4. 1 2 3 4. You chain 4, you go back to that same stitch and you do a slip stitch. This is 1 petal, and you see the 1 2 3 4, chain 4, chain 4. Then again 1 2 3 4, yarn over twice, go to that next stitch, so this one I am not going to bring the magic ring tail. I'm just going to bring this 2 tail. So make sure you have 4 of this and chain 4 here, and again 1 2 3 4. Go back to that same stitch and do a slip stitch. One, 2 3 4, and you go to the next stitch. And put through 2, put through 2. Oops, sorry, I didn't yarn over twice. And then don't forget to do a chain 4. And you go back to the same stitch and do a slip stitch. Here I have 3 of it and 2 more stitch left. You continue. You will have something like this. So you should have 5 petals. This middle part will sink in and it will look like this. This is the tail from the magic ring. I'm going to do one of these and cover it. Is this called the sepal, I think? And cover this part so that if I want to sew this onto something, I have something to hold it like this. And also we're going to do this middle part. Okay, now I'm going to do this yellow part here. So I'm going to use yellow yarn. You leave a bit of a tail before you start to do your knot. And this is just my habit of making a knot. Once you have a knot, this tail here, this is the tail, you cross it, put it above the hook and pull up a loop, you know, just like how we make a cord. If you have made a bag before, that's how you make a cord. And you're gonna do this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is how we make a cord for the bag. Then you pull here a bit, cut the yarn. You only need 5 rows of this. You don't need too much. This is just a tiny flower. So you just poke it in the magic ring. You put in one part of the tail. There'll be 2 tails here. You just put in one part of it, and the other part you go in another hole. Don't go into the same spot, go into another hole and put through. And you pull and see if it looks okay to you. If it looks alright, it's not too far apart, then you just tie a knot. Tie 2 knots, in fact. And we have a hibiscus. And this hibiscus, I'm going to make this back part here, this kind of chuck out. So I'm going to make this part. It is optional if you do not want to do this. If you intend to sew this onto your bag or your clothes, you can do it now without the back part here, because now this is flat. But I plan to plant all these cute little flowers onto a pot. Okay, so when you plant it in a pot, you would like to see something like this. In case one glance from the back, you see, oh, it looks so like a flower. So I'm going to do this. So if you plan to sew this onto a bag, then you can stop here. You don't need this because this is flat, and you can just sew it onto your bag straight away. Okay, now we come to this part. Okay, now the back part here, I'm gonna use the green yarn. Same thing, I'm gonna start with a magic circle or magic ring. Inside the magic ring, I'm gonna do 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 single crochet into the magic ring or magic circle. Then again, I'm going to do, you go to the first stitch. If you do not know where is the first stitch, you can count back from this V shape here. This is the first stitch. I'm going to do single crochet, just 1 single crochet on every stitch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, I think I accidentally, okay, this is 1, this should be 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Once you have something like this, now I'm going to do increase. Just fold it inside out. Now I'm going to do increase. Increase means 2 single crochet in every stitch. Let me add a marker. You do 2 single crochet in this stitch to make 1 increase. And you go to the next stitch and do increase, 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Okay, this is the 3rd increase. This is the 4th increase. And the last one. And make sure you have a long tail for sewing. And you just cut the yarn. And I'm going to sew it to the back. This one, this tail, you can cut it into a smaller tail. And you go get one of these. Make sure when you sew, all these are hidden inside. All these tails are hidden inside. You're gonna sew it like this, like you take a few strands of the pink, oops, then you go through the green part here, then you grab 1 or 2 strands from here, then you go through this green part here and just sew all around. And the balance yarn, you can hide it inside. This is quite small, so I'm not gonna add stuffing. If this is gonna be a big flower, then I'll add some stuffing. I think it's too small to add stuffing. So you just go through this. Let me show you how to hide the yarn. This flower is very easy to do because it's very small, just that you need a little bit of sewing. If you do not like to sew this part, if you do not like to sew this part, you can actually add glue. paste it with glue, but I'm not sure if it comes out nicely because I prefer to sew. At least I find that if I sew it, it looks way more neat. I'm sorry, something wrong with my phone again. So if you can plumb this side up, there's no fixed rule to sewing this. Anyway, no matter how you sew it, it still won't show. It doesn't really show like it's a sewing. So once you're done with this, oops, sorry. Once you're done with this, and you can put it around here like this a few times before you cut the yarn. So at least now it's more secure to me. And you can cut the yarn. And we have ourselves a mini hibiscus flower. Now let's do the leaf. Since this is a small hibiscus, I'm going to do a small leaf. So I do not have two versions of the leaf. I only have one, only this size, which I think is quite perfect for this. Anything smaller than this, it doesn't turn out right. So this is the smallest. Okay, now let's do the leaf. Okay, now I'm going to do the leaf. So I'm going to use a green yarn. These are lace yarn. So I'm going to make a knot. This is just my habit of making a knot. And you chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you chain 9. You do the second stitch from the hook. This is the hook. This is the first stitch. So now go to the second stitch here and do a single crochet, and you yarn over, you go to the next stitch, you do half double crochet increase, means you do one half double crochet and you do another one in the same stitch. So this is a half double crochet increase. Then I'm going to do double crochet increase, and to do 2 double crochet into the same stitch. You're going to do that again in the next stitch. And now I'm going to do half double crochet in the next stitch. Again, half double crochet in the following stitch. And end it with a single crochet. Oops, let me get my yarn. Okay, now you will notice that you still have one more stitch left. Here you still have one more stitch left. So this last stitch here, I'm going to do single crochet, chain one, and you're going to do a single crochet into that same stitch. And now we have turned our work. We work the other way. Excuse me. I'm gonna start with a single crochet. Make sure you don't go back to this same stitch here. Go to the next stitch, and if you can, bring this tail along. Do one single crochet, then you do half double crochet in the next, and you're going to do double crochet increase, again another double crochet increase in the next stitch, now followed by half double crochet increase in the next stitch, again one more half double crochet into that same stitch, then this last stitch here you just do a single crochet. So I'm gonna jump over to the other side now. I'm going to do 4 single crochet, 1, not on the same stitch, I mean into the next 4 stitch, 2, 3 and 4, oops, after this 4 single crochet, next one we're gonna do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and you chain 1, put it through here, this part here, yarn over and do another single crochet. So it's like a single crochet on top of a single crochet. Then you go to the next stitch, do 1 single crochet, and you go to the next stitch, another single crochet, and again chain 1 and do another single crochet on top of it. Then you go next stitch, single crochet, the following stitch, single crochet, chain 1 and another single crochet. So here you have 1 more stitch left, do single crochet, and this top part here, the peak here, oops, I hope you can, let me get that, okay, the top part here, you're going to do single crochet, this time chain 2. After you chain 2, you go back to that same stitch and do a slip stitch, so you kind of make a pointy tip here. And now we're gonna build this again. One single crochet, 2 single crochet, chain 1, and do another single crochet on top of it, and then again another set. Then another set. All in, you should have 4 sets of it. One, two, 3. I should have 1 more set. Or you can take a look at the opposite one. There should be 1 more here. 1, 2, chain 1, and single crochet. Oops, sorry. Then you just do single crochet until the tip. Until this tip here, you just slip stitch, chain 1, pull tight, kind of make it like lock it. Then you cut the yarn and you use a needle, hide this in between here, hide this yarn all the way here. So I have a few here, and some of these flowers. So I think I'm gonna make a pot, because all these flowers and leaves, there's no wire. I plan to make a pot and sew all this onto the pot, like planting it, and see if without wire, will it still stand up nicely like a pot of lovely hibiscus. So that's it for today for this pose. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Do stay tuned, because the next pose is about how to plant all this into a pot. Okay, so I truly look forward to seeing you in my next pose.